Should be live.
Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Paul, joined by Jack Weinberger and Robert Ziggy Ziegler up at Harvard University for a little free agency reaction show here. We got some big news out of Green Bay. Packers fans are going crazy here with Javon Hargrave, the newest member of the Green Bay Packers. Wait, there we go.
Oh.
Jack's volume. Jack has returned to the show, as you can see. It's good to have you back, Jack.
Sorry, a lot of stuff I had to do last night, but I'm here.
Well, you had a busy day of school.
I had a busy man. I was a busy man yesterday.
And of course, we have producer Zach with us, the best executive producer in the game. We have some big stories from around football. We'll hit a little bit of Maxx Crosby. You must be pretty happy about that falling through with the
Who's that? Who's that?
The Ravens.
Who
Yeah. Jack has completely forgotten football.
No, I'm surprised about it, but certainly very pumped up when I saw the news that he's not gonna be a Raven. Yes.
Let us know, by the way, too. We're earlier we were having some audio. It's just coming in a little hot on the mics. If we sound okay to you guys, just give us a thumbs up, and hopefully Ziggy's volume is at an adequate volume.
My volume's always at the right volume. Everyone else's, that's the problem.
There it is. Ziggy, you're not going to believe, before we get into this, you guys listening will not believe what we just had said to us.
One of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen.
I was on a cruise this weekend, and I have a couple texts come in from the guys that are like, hey, apparently we have something in the P.O. box. From
longtime supporter, super fan, J.K. Zarada.
Yeah, apparently there's something at the P.O. box. Paul, when you're home, could you pick it up? So today I go over gigantic box in our post office.
Like, probably I have no idea. Big to fit in the actual thing, right? They're like, hey, we had to keep this special for
There's
you
a
guys.
slip that said we're holding it for you. So I went and I see this box. It looks like a picture. I'm assuming it's a picture of Lambeau Field or something.
It's a long rectangular
Very long
box.
And I came home and opened it, and my jaw hit the floor. Zach came into the house, jaw hit the floor, and we have video of Jack opening it, jaw on the floor. So Ziggy, you haven't seen it yet. Zach, why don't you show us? Zach loves this thing. Zach will probably take it home with him.
You could.
We can hear us now. No, we can hear us now. You got to turn on the.
Oh God.
Can you hear us, Ziggy? Ziggy, can you hear us? You're gonna have to talk, Ziggy. All right, check. Can you hear us? Did you turn it on, Zach? Did you hit the red button?
Yeah, it's going on now. Who put me in charge? Who put me in charge?
Ziggy, speak. This is.
I can hear Ziggy now.
Producer Zach.
Oh God, it's the end of the world. Oh no! Hold on, let's see.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I know to turn the thing on.
Okay, all right, there we go.
There's a wire hanging.
Yeah,
does not sound
half
fixed on
an
my end.
inch off the rug.
Now we're good. Now we're good.
And Zach can't lift his feet over it.
No, I stepped.
Oh, this is just to build suspense for the actual thing.
All right, why don't you come show us
You
what we
could
got
probably
here,
get 1,000 guesses and wouldn't get what it is.
Where am I?
I would have never got it.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Ziggy, want
Show
to
us.
guess?
No, go ahead.
Going this way.
Oh, it's the sword.
The sword. We got a sword that
He
says.
did say he was going to send us a sword.
He did?
I didn't see that message.
You guys just not remember this?
Oh, I totally missed that.
And we have a sword that says skull on it. It's the coolest thing I've seen. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
The producer Zach is going to show us. I'm sure that this will, with the depth, we'll not be able to see. Yeah, there we go. Producer Zach having a rough outing right here.
I would not call that focused exactly.
Long day.
You need to we don't have an autofocus camera, producer Zach.
That's all right.
It's a long day work for producers.
It is a long day of work.
We wakes up early.
But thank you, J.K. Zarada, for just a very
That's
cool
unbelievable.
gift. Yeah, I think next year, every time the Vikings win, we'll have to bust out the skull sword here. And maybe we'll bust it out like 3 times. Who knows? We'll see what happens there.
I can legitimately kill Paul right now with this thing.
No, it's crazy. It's scary. It's scary.
All I'm saying is, like, arming a Vikings defensive lineman, like giving Dallas Turner that might be the only way we have a chance of winning.
Odie goes, you got the guy that can't walk over a cord walking around with his sword. Yeah, I was actually kind of scared holding on to it.
Zach
but it's really
loses the sword,
goes
comes
right through.
directly at us.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. But that was really, really cool. We're going to post the video. I see Andrew here was saying, where's the video? We're going to post it after the episode right now. But it was really cool. And yeah, I mean, if you guys want to send us cool things, we put our PO box in the link for the video.
As long as it won't get us banned from YouTube and will fit, we'll put basically anything you send us on the desk at least once.
Hold on. Everybody listening, comment 1 in the chat if you want to see Ziggy's sword.
Oh, jeez. jeez.
One.
They're all posted there.
It's all gonna
So
come
we got almost 400 people listening to this right now. If you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel, after seeing the opening here with the hijinks and we got producers walking into cords and swords coming out. If you're enjoying that, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. As Ziggy has commented a lot of twos here.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of ones, Ziggy. That's a lot of ones.
All right, Ziggy.
We got one sword out here. Could happen. Go. You're free to pull out any swords you need.
Any sword you want.
You're free. Comment 2 to leave Ziggy alone. There we go.
That's a
So
fun
yes,
right there.
throw us over a subscription if you can, as we're trying to chase down 30,000 subscribers and have more goofy moments like this that we can do. I'll put the PO box in the description if you want to send anything over. Obviously, no obligation for that. This is beyond nice of you, J.K. Zarata. So with that though, the Green Bay Packers made a pretty big time move for what they needed, right?
Apparently,
A defensive tackle, and Ziggy and I are a little confused here by the reaction from Packers fans. They just signed Javon Hargrave, the former Minnesota Vikings defensive tackle, to a 2-year, $23 million deal. Now, Javon Hargrave is 33 years old, or he's going to be 33 years old. He'll be making $13 million next year for the Packers.
He's currently 33.
33 now, yeah. $13 million this year, and 2027 will effectively be a team option for that other $10 million for the Packers. But he fills a critical hole on the roster, right? Kenny Clark goes to the Cowboys last offseason, and in the Micah trade, Wooden winds up being traded for Zaire Franklin to the Colts. So they had an opening here that they needed to fill, and the defensive tackle market was getting thinner by the day here in free agency. What's been a little confusing for us as Viking fans, right? And Jack is a Steeler fan who also had Javon Hargrave, is I saw like 2,000 people watching Andy's reaction to the Javon Hargrave signing, and like all the Packer people. And now look, Andy Herman is fantastic. Packaday can pull those numbers normally, but it just seemed like extra excitement around Hargrave, and everyone's saying this is the biggest Packer free agent signing of the offseason. It probably will be. But the hype around it, I was just like, all right, was this guy really like that good in Minnesota last year?
Well, maybe some of these guys can fill me in, because I saw this as well during my my workday today, and I kind of just saw a notification and was like, oh, like, all right, put my phone in my pocket. I mean, like, we had him. He's a decent run stopper. He's good. Like, he's a solid...
No, he's horrible at run stopping now.
Yeah, that's his problem.
Horrendous at run stopping now. Maybe when you guys had him, he was decent.
No, with Pittsburgh, he was a solid player.
So,
but like, he wasn't like a head turning type of guy.
It's not a bad signing for the Packers. Let me just get that clear. Like, it's not a bad signing. It seems like I just want to kind of get a pulse on where the Packers fans stand on how excited they are for this. Ziggy, when you look at this signing, forget about the reaction of other people. What do you think of it?
So Green Bay needs bodies on the interior defensive line, especially after the trade they did with the Colts. So, like, I get that they needed to bring someone in. And if you're looking for a player who, like, has some productive ability, like Javon Hargrave, he wasn't great with the Vikings last year, and he was terrible in run defense, but he made some plays for us, right? He got a few sacks. There were times when he stepped up.
He got a few
So
sacks.
if you're Green Bay and you're just looking for a guy you can put out there who's unlikely to embarrass you, like, I think he can do that. And there's a chance. What you have to bet on, and I think this is a tough bet if you're expecting impact from this, is that Brian Flores didn't know how to use him and mismanaged the Vikings defense. Now, Jonathan Gannon runs a very different scheme. He wants more production and more pass rush from the interior. This makes it much more likely that they're going to be going that way. But you need more from him than he got in Minnesota, of how good Minnesota's defensive line was last year and how good Jalen Redmond took taking those snaps. It's hard for me to see a lot coming out of this.
I mean, I remember watching him, and like there were a lot of games where he did make he would make some big plays.
Oh, he was a great player.
Yeah, like he was a very
great
good player.
with Gannon in 2022, right?
This is what I think is important for Packers fans to hear, because a lot of them are getting very excited, and it kind of reminds me of the way that I was reacting last year when the Vikings brought him in. Just temper your expectations, where I was thinking we were going to get the guy coming in, and because you're reading articles, right? I saw Packers Sports Illustrated writers saying in 2021 and 2022, he had 18.5 sacks under Jonathan Gannon in Philadelphia with that great defense, right? They went to the Super Bowl. And that's he was amazing. But that was 4 or 5 years ago. And there's a huge difference in the NFL from what was going on 4 or 5 years ago to right now. He comes to Minnesota last year. We're expecting this guy to be a really disruptive pass rusher on the interior. And I know that the numbers said he was like, he had good pass rush win rates and stuff for defensive tackles, but he only had 3.5 sacks. And you're seeing these tweets that Javon Hargrave retweeted. If you're a D lineman and want to get to the QB, Brian Flores' system is not for you. He was okay last year, but the expectation in the contract we gave him was for him to be really good. And he wasn't that. So if you come into this thinking you're going to get 2021 Javon Hargrave, you're probably going to be disappointed. And he legitimately got benched at points of last season. Like Jalen Redmond was the breakout star on our line. Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, they were getting benched. And he was horrible for Green Bay. And it's a veteran defensive line piece that they needed. But this is, if you're thinking like, oh, this is the move that's going to push this D-line over the top, I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, the thing for me, even setting aside whether it pushes them over the top, I don't think this addresses their actual need. I think Devontae Wyatt is a good player, and they're happy to have him out there. But what they really need is a run-stuffing nose tackle that can take care of business on the snaps that Wyatt can't play. And Hargrave's a guy you can rotate in pass situations, and he can take care of some of that. But the big guy on the interior the Packers need, all those options are gone in free agency. So they're going to have to turn there in the draft. And Hargrave doesn't actually address that problem. Now, not every signing is going to address every problem. I get that. But it's hard for me to even see this really as much of a needle mover.
But it's something they had to do, right? Like, you lose Kenny Clark, you need a big body up there. How many could they have done much better than Javon Hargrave?
It depends where you're looking. I don't think they could have done a lot better with the free agency class. There were a couple guys, right? Where'd Tonga go? I know Tonga was a guy. There were other guys available, but Javon Hargrave is someone that I think will come in and he'll give you some good quality pass rush snaps. I see some people are saying, hey, but now he's next to Micah. Well, Minnesota, he was next to Grenard and Van Ginkel. That's not a bad pairing right there. They're not Micah Parsons, but
we had 2 guys in Green Bay as one.
Yeah. So I just think when you're dealing with someone, it feels like another piece for Green Bay. Now, look, since he's a Viking, right? Since he was a Viking and kind of had a down year, I'm sure he'll go to the Packers and have a resurgent breakout.
He was a good
season.
Steeler. He was a good Eagle.
Yeah, he comes to Vikings, he sucks, and then he's gonna wind up going over to Green Bay, and he'll probably have an explosive breakout.
Like Bradbury.
But now you're looking at the moves that Green Bay has made. And they bring in St. Juste right at cornerback, replacing Hobbs. They bring in Zaire Franklin as a new linebacker. They're bringing in Hargrave. And when you look at those 3, well, St. Juste is going to, in all likelihood, be taking on more responsibility than he ever has. Zaire Franklin is coming back from the worst year of his career. And Javon Hargrave is coming back from one of the worst years of his career. So all those guys, you're hoping that they can reach a certain level. And it just goes along with the constant theme we're seeing with the Packers every offseason of, if they get back to this level or if they take the next step, Green Bay will be really hard to beat. It's just, you're hoping in this situation.
Yeah, but what this does let them do is, so they've got some picks in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round. What this lets them do is this lets them draft players there, and at least they don't need to start week 1. At least we have a guy who we know can play football at an NFL level that can be out there, and we don't have to force you into it until you're ready.
Yeah.
People recognize that at quarterback, you shouldn't force guys in until they're ready, but it's not actually different. The degree is different, but with defensive tackles and cornerbacks and all of this stuff, if someone's not ready to play football because they're still learning the defense, you don't want them picking up bad habits while they're out there. So this at least means that when the Packers are drafting this year, it doesn't have to be complete desperation mode. Whereas if they didn't sign these guys, I think it would be.
You know what's nuts is that he's 33 years old, right? And look, when I think of a 33-year-old
in the NFL
football player in the NFL, I'm like, my God, this guy, can he walk? Is he in a wheelchair?
That's a long time.
Steelers fan?
Is he a nursing? But then it's
that's your whole defense, Jack.
I know. But I'm like, are they in a nursing home at this point yet? Or are things working? Is their body working? Is their body okay? Blah, blah, blah. And 33 is just beginning your, it's so young That's something I thought about, which is.
I mean, we talked about Cam Hayward, who's 37 of the Steelers, like he's on death's door.
Yeah, and he's not even.
Feels like it.
And he's not even 40. He's not even 40. Talking about him like he's about to die.
I mean,
it's like a different reality.
I don't want Packers fans to think that I'm totally out. I mean, I still think that they're going to win the division. I think they're going to win the North this year. I'm just saying I believe that the defense is, the unit that you need to circle and say, all right, we have some pieces here, right? Mike is coming back from injury, which I think will come back fine. But there are some things that need to fall into place. And I'm not saying they can't. And I don't think that anything right now from this offseason with Green Bay is making me go in saying, okay, like, they're certainly going to be better on that side of the ball than they were in 2025. Does that make sense to you, Ziggy?
I mean, they could always bring Calais Campbell if they want to get older on defense.
Yeah.
No, I think it's good for them if they're not going to be able to get stars to sign players who can take snaps until their rookies are ready. But in this draft, expect them to go heavy on defense because that's really where they need an infusion of young talent. The offense, I know Romeo Doubs has left. I know that there's some worries about when's the wide receiver going to break out? Do we have anyone behind Tucker Kraft? Like, these are things Packers fans are wondering. But the defense is really what needs work on this team. And if Jonathan Gannon can come in, get guys who are familiar of how he runs things, and just like be competent, that'll be good enough for most of the year.
I like Jonathan Gannon. I think Jonathan Gannon is a good coordinator, and that's, there had to have been draw for Hargrave to get back with someone who, you saw the best seasons of his career with Gannon. So I
won a Super Bowl with him.
Didn't win,
Oh,
but they got there in 22.
Right, got there. Yeah.
It is going to be really
was
funny.
Was he even 22? He might not have even been on that Super Bowl team.
No,
remember.
he was with San Francisco. No, he was on the 22 team, and then he went to San Francisco after that. He got that big contract after the 22 Super Bowl.
So he reached the Super Bowl.
I just remember, like, last year I was so excited when Hargrave was coming in, and he had.
I told you not to be.
I know, and I believe it was in the first game against Chicago when the Vikings were in the comeback, the fourth quarter comeback. He had it just a monster sack on Caleb, and sacking
everyone
Caleb
on our team. Like, could we just get the fourth quarter Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings? If we do, we'll win a Super Bowl if we can get that every week.
Yeah.
What if Green Bay gives Hargrave the sword?
Yeah, there's got to be something to this sword here.
Then
if we win the Super Bowl, I think the Vikings are going to get Kyler. Well, the Vikings are going to get Kyler Murray. It seems
if we don't get Kyler Murray, I'm putting out a video saying season's over.
I'm really happy with the way the Kyler Murray thing's going.
Kyler Murray?
Oh yeah. Well,
God.
What I like about it is we're going to be getting Kyler at, what was it, Ziggy? $1 million?
If we get Kyler, I'm using the sword on my. I'm using the sword
seppuku. Yeah, a little seppuku on set here. No, what I love about it is we're not going to be paying him anything. I do think he's the best available quarterback on the market. I would love Rodgers but I think he's going to go back to the Steelers.
100%.
So if Rodgers is gone, Murray's the best option to me. And if you get him for literally next to nothing, let him and JJ McCarthy battle it out. Like, I've always liked Kyler Murray. I think he's a good player. Yeah, he's not what he was a handful of years ago, but this is a really talented Vikings team. And if you could just kind of tap into that. How old is Kyler? What was he, like 29 years old?
47.
He can't be. He was drafted.
He's 28.
He's 28 years old.
Really?
Like, I'm a huge fan of this signing if it happens. And we'll go live probably once it happens.
I thought he was like 35.
Kyler?
Yeah, and look, like Kyler Murray, I'm not going to say he was great last year, but if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan and you say you can have a quarterback complete 70% of their passes, throw for like 250 yards a game, and throw twice as many touchdowns and interceptions, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't think you want a guy like Kyler in that division, though.
Why?
With Micah and Hutchinson running after.
I want a guy who can move. Kyler Murray,
scramble around.
He's going to get killed.
Get
by
away
those
from
guys.
Kyler Murray has historically been one of the better NFL quarterbacks under pressure at avoiding sacks and getting the ball out.
He's also had injuries, and he's small.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a reason we can sign Kyler Murray, right? I'm not going to sit back here and act like he's going to be an all-pro quarterback, but we just want competence.
I'm putting out a poll. Are the Vikings a playoff team with Kyler?
I think they're actually worse for Kyler Murray.
Paul knows how to make a poll?
No, you hold on. You did not just say we're worse of Kyler Murray than JJ McCarthy.
I think it's close. I think McCarthy could be decent.
But this is what's nice about having Kyler and McCarthy is you just let them battle it out this training camp. You give best man win.
Surely one of them will be good, right?
I think one of them can be decent. One of them should be good enough to, be. We went through the roster yesterday for the Vikings.
I feel like the only thing he's ever done was throw that Hail Mary to Hopkins, and it was like
he was having an MVP season in 2022 before he got hurt.
Oh, weren't you just making fun of Vikings fans for saying that, or Packers fans for saying that about Javon Hargrave?
Well, Javon Hargrave is 33 now. If
that was all James Conner.
If Javon Hargrave was 28 years old right now, there's a different story.
Yeah, I'm being silly. Even in 2024, like the Cardinals' wins haven't been there, but on a putrid roster, he's put up decent numbers. He's remained an effective rusher.
But no, I like Kyler. And it doesn't
we're bringing back Aaron Jones, Minnesota Vikings Ring of Honor legend.
You guys have fun with Kyler Murray.
It doesn't mean you have to give up on JJ McCarthy either if you bring in Kyler. And I'm not ready to give up on JJ. It's been 10 games. Can we all just relax here? People are talking about JJ McCarthy like he's been in the league for 3 years and is the biggest bust of all time.
Would you rather have? I think that's you saying that.
What, biggest bust of all time?
Yes.
I haven't called him the biggest bust of all time.
Who do you think's better, JJ McCarthy or JJ the jet plane?
What? I don't know. I don't even know JJ the jet plane.
At what?
Ziggy, tell me you know JJ the jet plane.
I mean, I've heard of it, but
of course I know
I've never
JJ
watched
the
it.
jet plane.
I've never watched
Who do you
it.
think it would be better quarterback for the Vikings?
Oh, this is so weird.
I mean, JJ the jet plane could literally you hand him the ball and he just flies over the opponents for a touchdown.
I don't like. I just googled JJ. I don't like the way that looks.
That was a stupid
It's like Teletubby-esque.
You don't like how JJ the jet plane looks? You don't like the cyborg look of just a plane with a face?
You know what show's coming to an end that I'm really happy about?
High over Tarrytown.
Apparently, Smiling Friends, which I'm certain Ziggy has not seen. Actually, I don't know. I don't know where you're certain. Turn to. Smiling Friends is apparently coming to an end. My siblings were talking about that in a family group chat the other day, and they were crushed. I think it's the worst show of all time.
Oh, is that what I watched for 10
Friends.
seconds?
I hate Smiling Friends. I actually think I'd go so far to say that Smiling Friends is a problem with current media and its effect on kids. It's brain stupid.
Rot.
It is ultimate brain rot. I hate. Oh.
It's not ultimate brain rot.
Oh, it's horrible.
You know, I do a brain rot.
It's not Bombadillo Crocodilla.
People feel very strong. A lot of people love Smiling Friends, and I can't. I saw one scene. I watched one episode. Was told it was going to be hysterical, and I almost broke my TV.
I deal with brain rot 7 hours a day.
A lot of people like Smiling.
I thought you dealt with brain rot 24 hours a day.
Well. Different types of brain rot.
Optimistic Paul hates his friend Smiley. Matt Eldridge, don't even Google it. I can't stand that show. But I guess to each his own, right?
I hate it too.
Well, to each their own. If you like Smiling Friends, you like Smiling Friends. I can't stand it.
You like Kyler? I don't like Kyler. I mean,
I just want to say we've got 600 people in here right now. We appreciate every one of you. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this. And guess what? Because you're watching this right now, we have more viewers than the NFL's free agent reaction on the NFL YouTube.
Really? We have. Wait, are they live right now?
Yeah, the NFL is live right now. I mean, I'm not going to promote another channel on our stream, but yeah.
Wow. How is that? How many subscribers does the NFL have?
14 million.
All right, we're pulling weight right now.
I'm not surprised.
16 million.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, not surprised. Well, we're breaking out swords on this show.
I think we'll be at 17 million soon.
17 million would be pretty sweet. That would be pretty wild. I wonder how Packers fans are feeling that Aaron Jones just couldn't get enough of the Vikings. The Vikings tell him
he's willing to take a pay cut just to stay with the Vikings.
Yeah, we said we're going to release you or we can give you a pay cut. And Aaron just loves Minnesota so much that he takes the pay cut. He returns to the Vikings. Now, Ziggy, I actually like to be real about this. When I saw
totally
that,
irrelevant.
when I saw it, I love Aaron Jones.
Oh,
I've completely turned around on Aaron Jones.
This deserves
No. It does for this reason. What I was excited about when they moved on from Aaron Jones, and you see ETN go to New Orleans, right? You see Kenneth Walker go to Kansas City. In my mind, I'm like, okay, this is playing well for the Vikings to make a move for Jeremiah Love. And then we let go of Aaron, and it's okay, we need a running back. So I was feeling really good about the Vikings, maybe not having Love fall to them, but perhaps moving up and trying to get him if he were to slip. But bringing back Jones, I don't know if that shouldn't change the Vikings' plans because we're
not paying him enough for it to affect him. If we think Jeremiah Love is the running back of the future, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, no, I don't think it should either. But that was just something I looked at, and it crossed my mind going like, all right, is Jeremiah Love still the priority that I thought he was after some of the moves that were made. And you're
I
saying
hope
yes.
not.
You're saying he
I
is
like
still
Jeremiah Love. I don't ever want my team to be in a position of desperation where you say we have to draft this guy because we need someone at the position.
Are you guys upset that the best running back in the NFL is now off the market? For very
Rico
cheap.
Dowdle.
For
Rico
very
Dowdle.
cheap, too.
Rico Dowdle.
He was better than Kenneth Walker was last year.
Oh, Rico Dowdle was great.
And
last
we
year.
paid him like what? We paid him peanuts, and now he's a Steeler? That's the best signing in our history, I think.
So you got Rico Dowdle now, Michael Pittman,
You don't think so, Zach?
DK Metcalf.
Not the best signing in Pittsburgh history?
Running backs don't matter.
You're right.
I don't understand how people can say running backs don't matter. It makes no sense to me. When you have an elite running
Well, I
back,
mean,
it changes everything.
They don't.
I mean, they
It means
literally-
nothing.
Kenneth Walker was a Super Bowl winning running back, and they let him go.
Oh, Kenneth Walker was also not very good.
I like
And
Kenneth
they,
Walker.
and they won a Super Bowl.
And they won a Super Bowl.
There you go.
And he was the MVP.
I mean,
of the
we've
Super
had this
Bowl.
conversation though. The elite running backs in football, like the elite of the elite, McCaffrey, Barkley,
Great.
Gibbs,
Like
Henry.
Raiders go get Genty. The rest of your team stinks. And it's like, come on. It means nothing.
We can't have this
But
conversation.
all right, we'll move on.
We're being uncharitable to each other. The arguments are not being fairly represented. We can move on.
No, I think we just won the Super Bowl. And I've been preaching the same things. Aaron Rodgers is really good. But he had no one to throw to. His wide receiver 2 was me. And he had no one blocking for him. So when you're 42 years old...
So Michael Pittman's the only thing that's been fixed there. Because
Now
you still have no one blocking for him.
Now we go and draft 6 offensive linemen in the NFL
If
draft.
you draft
That's
6 offensive linemen, the chances are no more than one of them will be a viable starter.
Well,
mean,
if we have one, that's
You
more than
take
we had
one,
last.
yeah, you take one.
It's more than we had last year. Just some decent blocking. Pittman is 300 million times better than Calvin Austin. And Aaron Rodgers is still decent. So I've been saying this all along. Draft a bunch of O-linemen, hope 1 or 2 can pan out, and we're going to the Super Bowl. That's what I think about the Steelers. Now we have to bring Rodgers back.
You need him back. If he's not back, then everything we're saying here is
He's still a top 8 quarterback in the league.
I don't think he's that good, but I think he's above average.
Yeah, I mean, if people who are saying that Aaron Rodgers is totally washed up didn't wash him last year,
Andrew Bauer says he's going to Minnesota, calling it here. Sorry, Jack.
there's no way he is now. Not to worry about in Pittman, and after McCarthy's in town, no way.
Yeah, I mean, boy, who would you rather have? DK Metcalf and Michael Pittman or Justin Jefferson? And
I'd rather be in
Jordan
Pittsburgh
Addison.
with Coach McCarthy than in that.
I'd rather have 2 excellent tackles.
You'd rather be in that pit of doom instead of Pittsburgh? No way.
I think the Vikings have been a better franchise than the Steelers lately.
You're a pit of doom.
We are a pit of doom.
You're a
all
pit
time.
of doom. Like Aaron Rodgers is not going to a pit of doom
How are the Steelers not a pit of doom?
because it's just stupid. That's stupid. Because it's the Steelers.
Well, the Steelers haven't been relevant for like a
The
while.
Steelers
You've
are
been
a
relevant
pit of
ever?
one game
Yeah,
over
we won
500
14 games
doom.
a couple of years ago.
And what'd you do?
We won 13 the year before. Oh yeah, no, we blundered in the playoffs.
You're a pit
but
of doom like the Jets and the
the
Browns.
Vikings
No,
have
we're a
had
pit of failed hope. We
You're
are not a pit
no,
of doom.
It's a pit of doom.
the Jets are a pit of doom.
I put you with the
the
Jets
Browns
and the
are a
Browns.
pit. No, that's insane.
Pittsburgh's
That's
up here with
insane.
Green Bay.
I
Rodgers
like to just
wants.
look at our chat here. Are you scared of Pittsburgh? Yes, 8%. LOL, 92%.
Well, they're just jealous we took Rodgers, but won a Super Bowl with us.
Put a poll out. Who's better, the Vikings or Steelers next year? And so let's assume we have Kyler Murray playing quarterback.
Put the Dolphins in there.
Oh, come on,
Put the
Zach.
Dolphins in there.
I think
Actually, they're going to win because they have Malik.
Dolphins are better than you guys.
If I were ranking our 3 teams now, I would rank it
Pittsburgh,
Vikings,
Miami.
Steelers, Dolphins.
No, Steelers, Dolphins, Vikings. You're either going to have JJ or Kyler playing quarterback. That's horrible.
I don't think Kyler's that bad. JJ was that bad at times last season. Let's see. I'm excited to see these poll results here. Ziggy, you're skewing it here with Malik. This is again. This is
All that matters is if they
Ziggy
beat the
says with
Steelers.
Malik.
this is horrible. We know they have Malik, Ziggy. We know they have Malik.
That's right.
Well, I was worried that people, if I didn't say that,
this
people
is
would think the
horrible.
Miami Packers was a typo.
So the Steelers and Dolphins taking 2 of the best quarterbacks in Packer history with Rodgers and Malik.
That's true.
Someone says,
What a
"Why do we
shame.
allow Zach to talk?"
I don't think that was supposed to be for me because I didn't say it.
I think they're saying Zach or Jack.
I think they meant to say Jack.
Surely they meant Jack.
I don't know
right?
how
Yeah.
people systematically confuse Zach and Jack. Only one of them's ever on camera. Only one of them would wear a Stadium View draft T-shirt.
When
But
we
also-
went to Hagemeister Park, they said, "Welcome, Paul, Ziggy, and Zach."
But also, what I don't get is like the Z and the J on the keyboard are also far away.
It's just a complete misidentification.
Like it's
That's all it is.
like,
It's
it's not
not a
like
typographical error.
it's not like I'm Jack and Zach is Cack with a K. That would be understandable.
Okay, the Kyler-led Vikings are pulling well ahead of the Steelers.
Although the Packers, the Packers,
All
the Miami. Oh, you wrote Miami Packers too? I didn't see.
They are the Miami Packers.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
even
Ziggy.
see Miami Packers. Either.
I didn't
just
read that
saw-
either.
that's
Yeah, I
funny.
just saw Malik.
Why? Of course. Like they're salty. We have Rodgers. So of course they're gonna pick you.
And they love Malik Willis.
Okay, case that's coming in. I meant
Yeah, they love
Jack.
Malik Willis.
Did you guys happen to catch the Eric DeCosta press conference today? Did you catch that, Ziggy, at all?
Yeah.
Where so the Maxx Crosby trade, obviously, as we all know now, is canceled, and I'm kind of holding my breath, waiting for the Bears to make a move. There were some articles that came out today saying Chicago was going to re-engage in those conversations, and I just think it'd be such a good move for them.
But there's been a surprising amount of chatter. Apparently, Maxx Crosby is happy coming back to the Raiders. He doesn't mind.
Yeah, that really surprised me too. I still think he's going to get moved, and I still think Chicago's the likely place that it would be. Now, I have no inside information on any of that, right? It's just my feeling. But you could see, right, how upset Eric DeCosta was in that press conference talking about why they couldn't go through with it. And there's all the rumors going around, right? Like, oh, did the Ravens get cold feet and realize they could get Trey Hendrickson at a better price? And, then they were able to pull the plug and not have to pay the 2 first-round picks for Crosby. And Diana Rossini put out a tweet saying how a lot of teams around the league were upset with the Ravens. It's fantasy
Enemy
football
of the
like.
podcast, Mike Florio weighed in.
Everyone's saying it's a fantasy football like
They're
thing.
just calling the guy a liar.
Yeah. And DeCosta came out and he opened the press conference saying, I know a lot of people are saying certain things, but, I loved Maxx Crosby, essentially.
Of course they did.
Now,
Yeah, who
if
wouldn't?
he's lying, Eric DeCosta is truly a phenomenal actor. Because the look on his face and the way he was speaking, he was crushed. He said, I'm gutted. And he looked like you just killed his puppy. And I'm telling you, if it comes out that that's not the case, this guy's he's got to switch careers because he'll win Academy Awards. He went so far to even say they tried to pair Crosby and Hendrickson, which would have been, that would have been terrifying for you as a Steeler fan.
Oh, I mean, I'm
With that O-line. Like, this is a great
with
day.
our O-line and Rodgers who can't move.
No,
Yeah, that's,
it would have been a disaster.
If you're the Baltimore Ravens, they planned their whole offseason around this trade. Unless they actually found something in the injury that they didn't like, which I think is probably more about how we'll be in 2 or 3 years rather than next year. It doesn't make any sense for them to pull out here unless they mean it.
to what?
You heard me.
You see like that Ravens fan who said, "I'll shave my head if we get Maxx Crosby."
Did he do
This
it?
was like months ago.
He did it?
Shaved his head completely.
Oh, see, that is brutal.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Shit.
I
his
didn't
head.
see that.
And now
That's
he's.
why you wait until the paperwork's filed, folks.
People,
I mean, that's
Trey Hendrickson is a very good edge rusher. He's not, to me, in the same class as Crosby right now.
I mean, Trey Hendrickson is maybe a slightly better pass rusher, but Maxx Crosby is a far superior all-around player.
Oh, yeah, and he's much better in the run. Crosby, everything about Crosby is great.
Crosby.
I thought
did
he was going to he would have been a monster.
It's funny. He did say, "I am forever black and gray."
And he literally is.
Yeah,
he's coming back now.
He's back.
So we have a lot of polls on this episode.
Or
Is
silver and
Chicago a
black?
threat with Max? I don't know how this.
Yeah.
It says 50-50 yes no right now.
It's a perfect split 100 votes in.
Yeah, I mean, there's no answer other than yes.
They
They're
were-
a threat without.
They
it.
were a threat last year.
I mean, they were in the divisional game. They were in the
Yeah.
divisional game with the
Yeah,
ball in the
Packers
50-yard
fans are
line.
in here voting no when the Bears beat them in the playoffs.
With Maxx Crosby, it takes the Bears defense to another level.
100%.
I would, no, but here's so this is what I want to get back to. When you see DeCosta reacting like that and speaking the way that he's speaking, it does make me wonder, like, all right, how bad is this actually with Crosby? Because
So my intuition, based on how the reporting has come out, what Neil Elitrock said, like all of this stuff, is that Crosby's going to be fine for next year, but that the Ravens think there's a significant risk he's going to re-injure it and not be able to play in the future.
yes, and that's a long-term concern rather than a short-term.
Yeah, and look, I will tell you who this is terrible news for Vikings fans, and it's not because the Bears might trade for Crosby.
Go for it.
If you're a team now that wants an edge rusher, right, and you're interested in trading, and you think Maxx Crosby might be hurt and might not be your guy, Jonathan Grenard remains available.
I
and
know.
the chatter around Grenard continues to pick up.
And I'm going to get more upset as that continues because it's happening right now for me, guys. It is. You're seeing it in live time, me turning. If you go back, 2 weeks when we had Andy on, I was like, yeah, we could go get Kyler. I'd be okay. I mean, I'm talking myself into this where I'm finding the path to the Vikings being a playoff team next season. And I'm going through our roster. I'm pretending we have Jeremiah Love. I'm like, this offense is going to be unstoppable. How are you going to stop us? And we have a great defense. Like, I'm turning. And I know that I'm bound to get hurt soon. But
I've fully turned too.
I know you've been gone for a while, but Rico Dowd will change that for you. If we trade Grenard, that's a major hit because you're putting a lot of trust and a lot of faith into Dallas Turner taking the jump, which I think he can. But you guys know it. I mean, why? Like, what are we talking about with the Ravens? They were trying to get both those guys. The edge rusher is such a premium in this league, and the Vikings are spoiled there right now.
You know what? Who's the owner of the Raiders again? Is it Davis?
No.
Yeah, Mark
the Raiders. Sorry, I thought you said the Ravens.
I wonder if Mark Davis gave Maxx Crosby a sword just like this, and he said,
Of any NFL owner, he's up there.
He would do that. He would
said,
do
"We
that.
need you back. Here's a nice long sword."
Like tell them your knee. Tell them you can't feel anything.
Is that possible? Could have been.
I wouldn't rule it.
I mean, it would violate the rules, but
What with the gift?
yeah.
Who do you think's better? Maxx Crosby without a sword, or Zach with a sword on the defensive line?
Can he use the sword?
Yes, he can use the sword.
One play, Maxx Crosby wins. 2 plays, Zach wins.
If you gave Zach a sword,
Yeah, he gives Zach a sword.
Because the first play, Zach's like Maxx Crosby's a better edge rusher by far. So the first play with the sword, like Maxx Crosby's just going to beat the guy and Zach's going to be busy stabbing. But play 2.
I don't think Zach.
There's no one left.
Enough. I think he'd get jabbed. I'd take Crosby.
Yeah, I think I'd take Crosby too.
I'd take Crosby.
How many plays until you would take Zach? You're saying just 2, Ziggy?
No, I take him. I take Crosby the whole game.
On what? I don't want to die.
No. I mean,
Zach might kill me.
No, you're not guarding.
No, you're
him.
not blocking.
He's on your team.
He's on your team. Like, who do you think would be a better defensive line?
If he gets to use the sword, it's producer Zach once we're at 2 plays. Just wind him next to Trent Williams. Trent Williams is out for the year. You win.
You can take a sword and chop his legs off.
If you were, I don't think Zach would be. I don't think he'd be able to do it. And 2, I don't think he's this.
I assume it's bloodlusted producer Zach.
Well, then maybe that changes things because I know Zach wouldn't swing to kill. Ziggy, if you were ranking the edge rushers you would take in the league right now, right? Open draft, you get your first pick of edge rusher. What's your top 5 look like right now? Obviously,
we're talking
Garrett,
just
right?
for next year.
Yeah, just for next season.
Going into next season, Myles Garrett's got to be 1.
Yep.
2 and 3 and 4, I'm sort of torn between Micah Hutchinson and Will Anderson. I feel like sort of any order of those guys, I'm fine with.
Bruh.
What?
60 seconds to get rid of it. They're leaving out a big name.
Oh, well, he's not coming in at number 5 either. Nick Bonito's coming in at 5.
Who is that? Over what?
Nick Bonito has been significantly more productive than TJ Watt over
He's
the
the
past few
Bronco.
years.
He is good.
So you're taking Benito, or are you taking? I'm sorry. Who are you putting? When are you putting Crosby in there?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 with
So Crosby, I think, is really talented, but the health is starting to worry me.
Okay. Yeah, I just think he's so good, man, that if the Chicago
Look, if
winds
Max
up
Crosby's healthy, he can come in there in the top 3.
it's still getting Hendrickson on the 4-year, $112 million deal is still nice for Baltimore. But it would hurt for me if I was a Ravens fan because I do think Crosby's in that other tier up. That's just it sucks when you feel like you have that guy. Now look, you get your picks back and that's great, but it would still be a little bit of a bummer.
Hendrickson will be stonewalled by that new Steelers O-line next year.
Producer Zach was upset when Bradley Chubb signed with the Bills today.
I was.
He was saying, "Yeah, he's been one of your guys for a while here."
I'll be honest, when producer Zach, he just said Chubb signs with the Bills, I thought, great, they have a backup running back.
Zach, I think this Dolphins season, Zach wanted a one-man roster with just Bradley Chubb on the field. I think he hated everybody
It's gotta
else.
suck seeing him go to Buffalo too.
Yeah.
Right, of all the places he could go to, now you gotta go
Yeah.
up against them. How are you feeling about the Dolphins? Do you think you'll be? Are the playoffs even in mind for you?
No.
No,
Not even close.
no expectations.
Zero. But that's what's so great about this season. Zero expectations, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, well,
You expected
you
it.
expected it.
But it also could work out because Willis is not bad.
Yes, but it could work out. I mean, he might die mid-season because we will have absolutely no O-lineman, and he can only run for so long. And then, yeah, things might go awry after that because then it's Quentin Ewers' day.
So I have to say this one more time because Packers fans have been driving me nuts here. I've been hearing over and over again that the Malik Willis contract is a great deal. He's a starting caliber player. They got him on a super cheap contract. If anybody can tell me what Malik Willis did to get more fully guaranteed money than Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold when they signed their deals, please let me know.
Well, I mean,
Like
salary.
what Malik Willis has played a couple of good games. Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield had both played complete high quality seasons, and they couldn't get the kind of money Malik Willis did, fully guaranteed.
Improved salary cap, maybe a little. Well, here's the other
Like,
thing.
why
Ziggy.
did the negotiations get to be close to there?
Well,
Why isn't he negotiating
here-
for the Daniel Jones $8 million deal?
Here's something maybe that impacted that. You did have the two guys who are making that deal for Malik Willis, right? It's what's the GM? She's like John Eric or what's their GM? Whatever. The Dolphins GM.
Eric Sullivan.
Yeah, John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley, both Green Bay guys. So they've had Malik Willis in that building with them for 2 years. They see every day, right? Who's going against Hafley's defense
all of this
in practice.
explains why they might sign him, but how did the number get there? That's what's puzzling is he's getting paid more than guys who had put together great seasons were getting paid.
The way Darnold ended obviously impacted what people were willing to give him. And Willis, at the end of the season, had the huge game against the Bears, and there was a lot of potential. There was excitement around him. People were ranking him the number one QB. Salary cap goes up. The team that offered him the contract is to team with coaches and staff that he was with for 2 years who really like him. I mean, there's a bunch of reasons that go into it. I'm not in the room, though. I can't tell you why. But those are some of the factors that I would say contributed to it, certainly. And, Baker is... When did Baker get the deal?
It was coming off that injured Brown season when they traded for Watson.
That's when Baker got. Wait. Baker's deal with. Which deal
The
are you talking about?
Buccaneers.
Because didn't he have Baker?
Oh, you're right. And then he got the extension. He got more money guaranteed than.
Yeah, it was after the extension. Because Baker went to the Panthers, then he went to the Rams.
After that 2023 year with Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield signed an extension, and Malik Willis got more money than that.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little surprising, but I like your thought process on it, Zach.
We got money to spend, apparently.
Yeah, the Dolphins maybe the Dolphins are just a bad team, make bad decisions. That could also be it.
$99 million in cap.
Is there a world it's Steelers Dolphins AFC Championship?
I think it would be quite.
I mean, I guess there is a world.
There's a world we'd have to go through at least.
Is there a world where it's Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl?
No,
Weird stuff happens.
that actually
sometimes.
won't happen again next year.
Oh, there was an interesting graphic that I saw. Let me see if I could pull it up real quick. It was ranking guys by like their tradability, I think it was. I think it was Fox, NFL on Fox put it out. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Because I thought it was just, let me see. Yeah, QB tiers by trade value. Okay, here it was. So they had the untouchable QBs by trade value. This is according to Henry McKenna, a Fox Sports writer. I don't know Henry McKenna, but I figured we'd give him credit. The untouchable tier. There were 6 untouchable quarterbacks for him via trade. Who do you guys? Can you guys name them?
Lamar
was one.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's 2, which is
Josh
actually
Allen.
which is honestly hysterical because Burrow and Lamar have both been. We've talked about them being traded for 2 years now.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen 3.
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, all right, come on.
Stafford.
No. McCarthy was in. There were 6
So
tiers.
wait, hold on, is this based on how good they are or how unlikely teams are to trade for them?
It's QB tiers by their trade value. So what team? Like if you were this team, how would you what would it take to
Okay,
trade
so
them?
a guy like Jalen Hurts isn't going to be high up there because he's on a horrible.
So
team.
there are 6
Jordan Love.
categories. It's
Jordan Love.
untouchable. Then the next one's the Godfather offer. Then the mega blockbuster.
I don't understand what the trade value thing is adding here.
Like,
Is this is basically just saying like how good they are?
no, this is saying that what would it take for you to trade them? And there's an
So
untouchable.
if they're on a cheap deal, this like doesn't mean anything.
Holy crap! Is this like
Or an expensive
See,
deal.
this
Like,
isn't
you're literally
rocket
just
science.
saying how good are they? That's it.
yeah? It's saying
It has nothing to do with their contract.
one tier is they're untouchable. 2 is they would take a Godfather offer. 3 mega blockbuster. 4 blockbuster. 5 first round value, and last day 3 value. Those are the tiers.
Do contracts matter?
No.
It's just by player.
So the trade value thing means absolutely nothing. It's just who does this guy think the 6 best quarterbacks are?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's go
I mean,
with...
yeah, essentially, but
like Matthew Stafford, you wouldn't say is untouchable because if you offer
But like is
he's
Tua
old.
at the bottom because Tua was on a horrible deal?
no, pretend they're not on a deal. Pretend they're just they're on.
Who was 32? Can you tell me who 32 was?
Just go by how they played.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love is an untouchable to him.
I love
Okay.
that Paul won't tell me who 32 is.
Well, it's not ranked. It's tiers.
I'm also going to say Caleb Williams.
Okay, who is in the bottom tier then? Is Tua in the bottom tier?
The bottom tier of day 3 value.
Oh, Mahomes.
Mahomes was in there. Yes. The bottom tier was Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Fields, Will Howard, Shador, Jacoby Brissett, J.J. McCarthy, Michael Penix, and Daniel Jones.
Okay, so contract does matter. Okay.
Caleb Williams is untouchable. Is he on the untouchable?
Caleb was in the Godfather offer.
Okay.
Tier 2.
Where's Goff?
Goff is in the mega blockbuster tier 3.
So there's one more untouchable, right?
The blockbuster was Matthew Stafford, tier 4.
There's one more we're missing.
There's one more in untouchable. And I don't think I agree with it.
Jalen Hurts.
Hurts is in
Oh,
tier
Drake
3.
May, because
mega
he just almost
blockbuster.
won a Super Bowl.
Yes, Drake May is an
Oh, Drake
untouchable.
May.
I don't think I'd have Drake May as an untouchable quarterback to me.
I maybe it's because I'm a Dolphins fan. The hype that this team has gotten for the Patriots is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. They are terrible.
I think
They are
terrible.
terrible.
New England?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't say they're terrible.
No,
They
no,
went
no.
to the Super
They're
Bowl, man.
terrible.
They went to the Super Bowl. They
I
won.
think they
yeah,
are
and
terrible.
they got absolutely smoked in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
Like-
I don't want to hear that a team that made the Super Bowl is terrible.
Did you see their schedule?
No, they
Cupcake.
might be terrible.
Cupcake schedule.
It was a cupcake schedule.
And
I
the
completely
AFC
agree.
is
with
also
that.
No, but-
so
and then they got
bad.
Here's
exposed
what
every
people
time
are
they
saying
played a
is
good
all
team.
they did was beat all the terrible teams. Well, that means they're not terrible.
Yeah, and they crushed the bad teams. They're not. New England was not a bad team.
No,
last
the
year.
AFC was terrible.
Do I think they were inflated? Yes,
They're
but they're not a
terrible.
bad team. I think they'll miss the playoffs next year. I think that they are a team that's going to miss the playoffs by a game.
I don't
next
think they
season.
win 4 games. Actually, no, they have the easiest schedule
No.
again in the NFL. I'm pretty sure.
They're gonna
Well,
next year. I think they win 9 games, 9 or 10.
There's a
games.
better
And
chance
they're
they go
flirting
4
with the wild
13
card.
than
I don't
Super
think they
Bowl.
win 5 games next year.
They'll be over 5. They're
That's
gonna
ridiculous.
be at 9 or 10 wins next year, and they'll flirt with a wild card spot. That's gonna be New England, but they're not a terrible team.
They don't win 5 games next year.
They're
Actually,
winning
you know
the
what? They
division
win
next
5
year.
games next year.
This is angry AFC East. See, Zach's all calm when he's talking about the Dolphins, but then
Well-
there's rage in there.
But I also don't think New England's good either.
Thank
Oh,
you.
take on Dobbs to New England. We got that from a listener.
Oh, look, perfect time.
Romeo Dobbs over to New England.
He's still gonna.
What was the
suck.
value of that?
It was
4 years, 80 million.
Yeah, we'll see how the money's actually broken out.
If I were
I
a
think he's a
Patri-
great get as like wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3.
They don't have a wide
but that's the problem is they right now
You don't have a 1.
he's wide receiver 1. So I think Romeo Dobbs is a really good number 2. All the Packers fans who listen to this show, like I thought for the most part he was a pretty reliable guy. I know he muffed the kick on the onside kick, but you remember in that playoff game he was great in the redemptions. That's an underlying story that kind of got pushed to the curb when the Packers lost. Romeo Dobbs was having a tremendous redemption game.
He's a decent receiver.
Oh, I've always liked him.
Yeah, he's a
But
decent
also,
receiver.
it makes sense for Green Bay to let him go at that price tag because they just have too many guys they have to get the ball.
Yeah, would I take Watson over him? Yes. Would I take Jaden Reed over him? Probably. I'd probably take Dobbs over Dontavian Wicks. And right now, I think he's a better receiver than Golden, but Golden is someone that you're hoping can improve from last season. But Romeo Dobbs is he's a very good receiver. But for
the Patriots are taking him over Kayshon Boutte and Demario Douglas.
But that's not like the Patriots.
I mean, I don't think.
Don't sleep on Kayshon Boutte, by the way.
I don't think.
Oh no, I've always liked Kayshon Boutte.
I don't think Boutte and Dobbs is a bad duo.
Boutte and Dobbs sounds like a cop duo from a
It does. Boutte and Dobbs.
But it would be Dobbs and Boutte.
Dobbs and Boutte.
Dobbs and Boutte.
Dobbs and Boutte. That does sound like where Dobbs is a little more hard nosed.
That sounds a little too similar to Dobbs and Boutte.
I think we're just thinking of like Calvin and Hobbs.
That's probably.
I think that's what we're thinking.
And we just threw Boutte in there.
And we just Hobbs and Dobbs. But if you're a Patriots fan, you were probably hyping yourself up thinking that AJ Brown was on the table because that's what people were talking about.
Well,
and
all we're going to hear until the NFL trade deadline passes that AJ Brown is still on the table.
Well, he is on the table.
I thought he was coming to Pittsburgh.
He's absolutely on the table. The asking price to me, though, is something that I'm assuming most teams are not willing to pay whatever Philly's asking for.
The Eagles don't want to trade him.
I don't think they want to trade, but AJ Brown doesn't want to be there.
Says who?
It seems AJ Brown. I mean, do you listen to AJ Brown speak?
No, AJ Brown likes being the center of attention, but AJ Brown shows up and plays hard. Like, he's not holding out. He's not complaining. Like, he's fine.
He is complaining. He's outwardly complaining. What do you mean? He's going on streams and he's saying how much he hates Philly.
Paul, you don't know what trolling is. This is why you're so easy to troll.
I think Joe Burrow hates Cincy more than Brown hates Philly.
I think Brown hates Philly certainly more.
I don't think so. Burrow hates.
But this is where it gets interesting. Is AJ Brown is more likely if he wants the attention. Baltimore. If he wants the Lamar hated Harbaugh. It seemed.
I think he hates Baltimore.
I think he's okay right now. But if AJ Brown wants the attention, Ziggy, like you're saying, and he's just trolling, you would think he hates Philly more than Joe Burrow hates Cincy. But Joe Burrow does seem like the kind of guy who would hate quietly. Like if he's going to hate, you're not going to know it unless you're really in that inner circle.
But his just like Joe Burrow's body language.
Oh, he's very cryptic with it.
He looked like Justin Jefferson last year.
He looks like he's just this team stinks. I'm done.
I do know that Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson were hanging out at Super Bowl parties. Now, is that bad for the Vikings or is that bad for the Bengals? If you were to take a pick, I don't know. But I do know that when we were out in San Francisco, I had some friends who were at some parties who came to me the next day and said Burrow and Jefferson hanging out in the corner the whole night.
Oh, two good friends from college at a party together. Ooh.
You never know, man. You never know. I'm just saying.
You want to get some of these super chats, Paul?
Yeah, let's hit some of these super chats here, and then we'll call it an episode. We got from Ranger Halata. Paul, get off the damn phone. What?
We were 5 minutes. We were 10 minutes late.
We were late, and you were busy sending out tweets instead of starting the live show.
I see.
You gotta just know who Paul is. That's just Paul.
Eli Ice. Paul runs. Sorry. Paul was doing the job.
Paul runs 10 minutes.
But you don't understand. Like, if you're Paul's friend, you'll be hanging out with Paul, having a great time. You haven't seen him for months, and then it'll just take like a 40-minute phone call. And just like keep talking.
That is not true.
Every time I call Paul and we have a conversation, I wonder if he's just like hanging out with his friends and like I'm just distracting him, but he doesn't want to say bye.
That is not true. I don't think
a
40-minute
out with you in the past like 2 years, Paul.
But you come and you stay. And you hang out for multiple days. I get phone calls over the course of days.
No, but Paul, I'm talking like we gotta go, and it's I got a 30-minute phone call from Uncle Redacted. Hold on, we gotta talk about a trade in the fantasy league.
No, it's funny is
Zach. Hold on, our impartial arbiter. Zach, is this true?
No. Zach went to the bathroom. He'll come back. It's funny
when Zach comes back because he hasn't heard any of this. We just ask him.
I run 30 minutes late.
What Zach has always said was just I'd say like 20.
I run 20 to 30 minutes late.
What Zach has said that's funny is whenever someone's picking up Paul to go somewhere, or like we gotta leave Paul's house to go somewhere, like everyone's like out the door in a timely manner, but Paul has to find every one of his family members and have like a 7-minute conversation with like each of them.
It's being Italian
to like say goodbye.
Right.
So then it's like 28 minutes goes by and finally Paul's out.
Isn't that a Wisconsin? Isn't that like a Wisconsin goodbye or a Minnesota goodbye? I thought that was like maybe it's a Midwest goodbye. I thought I've seen Charlie Barons. I thought I saw a skit where it's like saying goodbye in the Midwest, and it's like 3 hours later. It's like, oh, I'll see you later.
Well, maybe you picked the Midwest blood in Notre Dame, so it's possible.
Yeah. Okay, what else do we have here?
UI Ice, 100% of people saying Javon Hargrave sucked just don't know ball.
I don't know. No one said
No, I don't think he sucks.
He doesn't suck.
We're just saying.
I do.
Again, temper the expectations.
I don't know ball.
Yeah. Okay. D-Mice, hello and welcome back to the Jack Weinberger Show.
Oh, that's a first.
Eli Ice. So someone donated money to say, "Whip your sword out, Zig Daddy."
Oh, you gotta whip it out, Ziggy. You gotta whip it out.
Is that something you ever thought would happen in your life, Ziggy? That you would get people paying real money
To whip your sword out.
and calling you Zig Daddy? That's amazing. D-Mice, you played him out of position and he would have still been our D tackle 2 last year behind Wyatt.
This tells you how bad your defensive tackles are.
Jack, how much is Wisconsin legend Keanu Benton worth to the Steelers, realistically? Do you like Benton?
I think Keanu Benton's good. Like I'm not really great with the whole like price. Like what's a good
Good trade value?
Yeah,
trade
I'm not
package?
really good with all that stuff, but I do like Keanu Benton. My brother loves him. He's like one of his favorite players.
I didn't realize how high Jeffrey was on James Pierre.
James Pierre was good.
No, I didn't realize he was as solid as people were saying.
Yeah, he's good. He was probably the best corner we had.
no,
Then
James
why do you let
Pierre,
him go for like $5 million?
No, like Benton's a solid player. I like Benton.
Sean Armson says, member for 4 months. Thank you very much. Number 2 in quick pressure since 2023 and a good run stopper. But he wasn't a good run stopper last year. He was a horrible run defender last year, Javon Hargrave.
Yeah, but he's been a good run stopper.
No, but he was terrible last year.
Steelers, he was good.
And he's 33. So the Green Bay window is open for probably 2 to 3 years. It was a major weakness. I'm jacked to the tits. If he can come in and if Hargrave comes in and can give you some quality pass rushing snaps, right? I think it's fine for you guys. I don't know if I'd expect him to be a great run stopper, though, given the way he performed last year. And that's, in the NFC, you got Jahmyr Gibbs, you have Saquon Barkley, you have Christian McCaffrey. I mean, there are some dynamic running backs. Bijan Robinson, although the Falcons aren't going to be relevant in all likelihood.
Well, they got Tua.
Jeremiah Love will be a Viking. You'll
They
have
got-
to
they
go
got
through
Tua.
us. The DeAndre Swift, the engine of the Bears offense. Like, I just don't think Javon Hargrave, you shouldn't expect him to come in and be an elite run stopper based off of last season. Goji Man. I think Packers fans are overly excited because we've only been losing key players through free agency and we finally got a decent player added. It's actually a pretty
That's
good
a
take.
decent point.
Yeah, I think that's a good take.
That's a pretty good point.
When you're watching your team bleed players, it kind of gets
Just
depressing.
sucks.
Yeah, it gets a little
I
depressing.
think like to bring in a decent player is always a good.
That's sort of what the
feeling.
Vikings were doing, right? Like, I mean, yes, when we're getting rid of Allen and Hargrave, and Harrison Smith's probably retiring, and Aaron Jones is gone. You're watching all that happen. It's like, yeah, do I think that in the long run it'll be good for the team? Probably, but you're still like, all right, you got to replace those guys. So,
Well, this is why Packers fans are losing their minds over Sky Moore.
yeah, Sean, welcome to Green Bay Rehab Clinic. We just got Malik Willis $45 million. Yeah, I mean that's pretty unbelievable.
Usually you pay the rehab clinic. They don't pay you.
No. He's saying like the Packers just got Malik Will, like helped him to get $45
No, I
million.
know. I'm
for
just
Dolphins.
saying, like, I've never seen people leave rehab and then immediately get. Actually, I have seen people leave rehab and get tens of millions of dollars, but that's a different story.
Oh, that's I don't even want to get into
Italy
that story.
needs one more run for US to advance.
Oh, you're right. I could not believe. I don't know how many of you guys listening were watching the World Baseball Classic last night.
I saw a
but
couple comments on it.
when I had the game on and we were down like 5-0 or something, and I was doing a little editing for the show that we did last night, and I walked back out and it was 8-0 Italy.
It's like the Mets' best pitcher just getting murked by these random.
And I saw 8-0 and I was like, I really didn't even know Italians played baseball.
They got a few MLB players.
I
Well,
mean, I know
you know what happened about this, right?
about what?
Like why the U.S. was down so much.
Well, I was watching.
No. It's not what you think.
But
if you haven't heard
the
story.
manager wasn't aware
Oh.
that.
The manager
Right?
thought
Yeah.
they had their spot locked. And then the 7th inning, he realized they didn't. So they started trying. But guys were out. They were partying. They were getting blasted. They showed up hungover.
It was
because
too
they
little,
thought
too
their
late.
spot in the quarters was locked, and it
Oh,
wasn't.
okay. So
Yeah, 'cause
I didn't realize. I knew that he
They
went on the
started Paul
show.
Goldschmidt.
Wait. So I knew he went on the show and said that, oh, we have our spot locked up in the quarterfinal. But I was assuming at some point before the game that he knew
That's it.
that.
It
Yeah.
didn't look like it.
No, I mean he thought they were in the quarters. The next day he started Paul Goldschmidt, like just like a throwaway type of game, and then it was 8-0, And then I guess we started.
But there's no way. Is that confirmed that in the 7th inning he found out? Like, how could that be possible?
That's sure what it looked like.
Well, that's when they pinch hit Harper,
scored
right?
6 runs in the late innings,
and that's when they pinch hit Harper too, right?
Yeah.
If that's the case, I have a hard time believing that he found out mid-game. I'd imagine he just didn't even know. I don't know. If that happened, then it's like
they're going to be in.
Who's the manager?
Mark DeRosa.
DeRosa, what's his deal?
He was an old Blue Jay player.
Yeah. Why is it players? Are they all players managing these teams? I saw Jorge and Cervelli.
A lot of old players manage the teams. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's just incompetence if that's what it is.
They're gonna get in. Like Italy will score another run in the 5 innings, and
I think it's incredibly stupid of Italy and Mexico.
They should just collude.
1,000% I would collude.
Yeah. If it's to your benefit, right? You're not doing it just to screw over someone else. You should collude.
Yeah, but Italy wants
Italy wants to win the thing. Well,
Italy wants to be. They want to be undefeated. Italy,
but knock the U.S. out.
Only care about advancing.
What is more like? What helps Italy more? Winning and letting the U.S. back in,
they just crush the U.S.
Yeah, but if
they
crush
the U.S. as drunken.
If they played again, the U.S. would probably win 12-1.
Yeah, so
Jack, you don't want a revenge angle versus U.S. baseball after they just got humiliated.
No, it's the legit Avengers. They'd win that game by 12 runs.
There's
it's hard to collude though, because it's like a certain.
Well, it's hard to collude, and also like there's integrity to the game. Like I think you want to win when you go out there. You want to win, and it would be a problem for the Italian team if they were thinking we can't beat the U.S. again. Like they all think they can beat the U.S. again, I'm sure, but they have to recognize keeping them out would be to their benefit. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. It's like, now do you need like maybe you just throw in your bench players for a game?
Maybe they are.
We know you could tank.
If it's 4-3 Mexico final, U.S.
But
is
there
out,
is
so
a world where
it's...
Italy can get knocked out though, right? Where like if they don't take it seriously enough, they could be knocked out.
Well, now if Italy loses the game, they're out.
Yeah, no.
Mexico would score more than 4 runs.
It would take true collusion for it to work with the run totals and everything.
Yeah, it would be
and that would
tough.
be kind of hard to pull off without it being obvious. But I mean, you could do it. You could pull it off.
Big Head Ethan with the big super chat. We appreciate that very much. Love you guys. Keep the lives going.
Lives are fun. I think lives are a good time, and it's a lot easier too because you don't have to go and edit it afterwards. And
we could be having some conversations for some more lives in the future. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that could be happening tomorrow.
Oh, this guy says Italy wins, we get it automatically.
We do, yeah. Quasar. And we win what if Mexico scores 5 runs? So we are 1 run away.
Yes, we're a run away
from winning. And the bases are loaded for Italy right now with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Now this would be great collusion.
4-3 Mexico final.
That would be fantastic.
Like a walk-off
collusion.
Grand Slam in the 9th or something like that. That would be.
I mean, yeah. If it came out years later that they colluded and you on a walk-off Grand Slam,
tip your cap and clap.
Well done, Mexico. Well done, Italians.
Well, here we go. 2-0 count.
Who we got? Maybe a little live play-by-play here. Bernardino.
So if he were to walk here,
he's the pitcher.
I think. Do
you know a lot of these guys?
I know a lot of these.
Like
guys,
most of these guys are MLB dudes, right?
Yes.
And there are
I'm
some
not sure
like
people want to hear us live commentate a baseball game.
Well, I think it's kind of interesting. So
as we lose like
look,
100 viewers.
Look, we need one more run.
Teal,
Italy.
right? He's a guy from around here, Kyle Teal.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that he's playing because he's not good enough to be on the American team, and they offered him a spot,
likely,
right?
yes.
Like, so that's probably what most of these guys on these other countries are
most
doing.
Likely,
is my guess.
All right, here we go.
3-0. 3-1. U.S. a ball away.
Welcome back to this beautiful summer Sunday. And
Ziggy and I used to do announcing for Notre Dame football, and it was kind of fun. But there's a certain like skill set that you need to have for baseball announcing, where it's just casual conversation. Football, the plays are so intense, and there's excitement to it. Where in baseball, half of it's just carrying on a conversation with your friend. Bernardino, the 3-1.
Oh no, he swung a ball forward, base hit. Oh,
and we're in. U.S. is in. There we go. I mean, maybe Italy might just mess around and win this whole thing.
I mean, Italy looks amazing.
They're great. Okay, let's continue on with the super chats here. Quasar. All right, Quasar. I like where you're coming from, man. Kyler would actually worry me a bit. Just the upside. I think you're right.
That's how you should feel.
I think that is the correct take on Kyler. Would it terrify me if I were a Packer fan or a Bear fan? No. But the Vikings have a good enough roster where if Kyler plays to the level he's shown in his career, again, just 28 years old still, the Vikings can be pretty good.
That's a pretty good take.
I think that there's a slight concern. If the Vikings brought in Geno, you'd be like, even if Geno plays if Geno played really well, the Vikings could be decent.
I mean, Kyler's had his moments of wow.
Kyler's had moments where you say he's a top 10 quarterback in football in his career. I wouldn't be surprised. I was thinking about this on the car ride today. I wouldn't be surprised if over the next 3 years, let's say Kyler becomes a Viking, there's a world where Kyler's better than Sam Darnold to me. I think that could happen.
And that's not ridiculous to say. Yeah.
No, I love Sam. I think Sam's really good. Obviously, Super Bowl champion. Better arm, right? Sam, when he throws, it's a little more effortless than like JJ and Kyler. I mean, maybe it's just because they're shorter guys. I don't know. But when they throw, it looks like, a real struggle to get the ball, to move the ball.
What's the difference in being 5'11" versus 6'5"?
Yeah, and Darnold's. I mean, his whole career, he's just one of the more talented passers in football. But would it surprise me at all, right, if Kyler Murray for the next 3 years was a better QB than Sam Darnold? A little bit, but I wouldn't be stunned.
I'd be stunned.
Sam was very good this year, but he had stretches where it wasn't. That defense. That defense was unbelievable.
When's the last time Kyler Murray had a stretch as good as Sam's bad stretches? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
It's been a while. But it's been a while. Maybe that's just optimistic Paul talking here. But I think there's a chance Kyler could be really good with the Vikings. Demise. Honestly, having Jones in the room as a vet would be great for Jeremiah Love. Yeah, I mean, Jones, Love, and Mason's a very strong running back room. And Love's just so dynamic. Kirk Cousins going to the Raiders, I think, would be perfect. I don't know if Kirk would do it. He might be too proud and want to play.
He's not starting anywhere else.
Probably not.
You think
with the Raiders, he'll probably get to start week 1.
You think he'd start for the Raiders?
No, I don't think he. Maybe he might play a little bit, but Mendoza would eventually come in. But just when you think about the personality of Mendoza, the personality of Cousins would be the perfect mentor.
That would be perfect.
I mean, that like if you're Vegas, you cannot draw it up better
than Kirk and Mendoza.
Yeah, and if Mendoza's not ready, you play Kirk, who I still think can be. I mean, he had some good games with Atlanta last year.
Well, I think if Rodgers retires, Kirk can go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no, Kirk looked good. Would you? But here's the thing for Cousins. Would Cousins rather go to Vegas, maybe play in the beginning of the year and play the mentor role more, or would he rather just wait, and if there's an injury at some point, a team can go and swoop Cousins up?
Kirk Cousins is not a guy who, like, if someone gets hurt, Kirk Cousins is not going to be the first guy anyone calls to start for them.
Who are you going to call?
Joe Flacco's going to get the call before Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if I'm taking Flacco over Cousins.
I still think Cousins is decent.
He had a couple. I mean, he had the Kyle Pitts game. Cousins was slinging that thing. I think he can still play. I'll
tell you, Carson Wentz and Jimmy Garoppolo are going to get calls before Kirk Cousins.
Carson Wentz is not getting calls before Kirk Cousins. No shot. There's no shot. Did you watch that?
Did you?
Yeah, I think I did. Who would you take?
Hold on, I was watching.
Kirk Cousins or Carson Wentz? If you were calling
Kirk,
I think so too. Joe Flacco would be nasty with Jettis.
Flacco is a beast. I mean, he's still pretty good, but I think I would take Kirk.
K-Sets again says, Maxx Crosby doesn't make the Bears a threat because not only were they statistically the luckiest team in football last season, which is completely unsustainable, but their offensive line is falling apart.
What about Aaron Judge?
They lost one player on their offensive line and signed or traded for replacement immediately.
Yeah, I mean,
you can worry about the defense, but wouldn't adding a highly productive player be exactly the thing to do if you're worried?
So they're going to have they'll have Braxton Jones, Tooney, Bradbury, Jonah Jackson, Darnell Wright. So you got one of the best right tackles in football, one of the best left guards in football. Jones was, he's a little shaky. Bradbury had a career resurgence last year. I can't imagine he repeats it, but apparently Bradbury's good. And Jonah Jackson, I'm whatever on. I just don't get how you can say Maxx Crosby, you guys. I'm assuming most people who are listening are Packers fans. Like, you saw what Micah Parsons did to your defense. Max Crosby's in that tier of player. If you add him to a team that went to the divisional round, like, yeah, that's going to be threatening. DJ Ross. That can't be it has to be. I have to be screwing that up. Ravens did Crosby dirty. Yeah, I'd be pissed if I was Max Crosby.
Also, yeah.
Going to Baltimore thinking you have a chance to go win a Super Bowl.
He was posting like outside the stadium. Like he was pumped to go.
I think he was thrilled to be there.
Yeah, thrilled.
I'd guess he is devastated.
He goes from the worst team in the league to a Super Bowl chance.
Going to Chicago, though,
it's with the Ravens. That's not a Super Bowl chance.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. That's silly of me to say.
Go 25567. It's not that we think he'll have a huge impact. We're just ecstatic we signed someone. We just need someone to rotate with the rookie run stuffer. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a fair take.
That's yeah.
Goji Man again. Golden doesn't drop the ball. He will be great.
How about you give Golden more opportunities so the like 2 drops don't stand out?
Yeah, I'd throw the ball more.
Yeah. The touchdown he had against Chicago in the playoff game was pretty epic. Grace Cone. Ziggy, do a philosophy stream.
If there's actual desire for a philosophy stream, I'd be down to do a real philosophy stream.
Pull it. Would you let? I'm gonna put it right now. Would
if we get high enough numbers, we'll plan something out.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes or no.
Because I don't want to do a philosophy stream and 3 people show up.
Goji Man, Paul, top 3 Godzilla movies of all time.
I'm sorry. Why does only Paul get asked this when he's not even a Godzilla fan?
Yeah, I'm a Godzilla fan.
I am the right person to ask this. I actually do think that I would put -1 for me right now as the number 1 Godzilla movie of all time. Number 2, I would probably put the original is great. I like the original a lot, but it's slow. You need to be willing to. You're in for a slow movie, right? It's in the 1950s. Like, it's not anything like the current CGI you get. And 3, I would probably put Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All Out Attack. That's one. That's at least a personal favorite of mine. Yeah, I think I would go with those 3.
You're missing one, Paul. You're missing one.
Oh yeah, I'm missing one that you like.
My number 1 isn't even on your list.
Your number 1. Can you give me a decade?
70s.
It's you like Hedorah, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, having good.
It's far and away the best Godzilla film ever made.
I think Godzilla Hedorah might be the villain in -0 coming out.
Like I sat down and watched. We were going to spend like 2 weeks every Godzilla film ever made, and Hedorah stood out as the best one.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it then because I
and you have to appreciate it in context too.
Of what Hedorah represents.
No, of like if you watch the Godzilla movies leading up to it, you'll see just how good it is.
Okay, all right, I'll go in order. Goji Man, let me know what you think of that ranking, by the way, if you're still listening. Oh, Goji Man here. GMK is an amazing take. Yep, there we go. DJ Roz. He said I got it right. Hargrave is going to surprise you guys. I'm excited for it. Question, do you plan on having a live draft stream this year? I'll be here if you do. Keep up the great content.
Oh, thank you.
I think we are going to be doing a stream in Pittsburgh.
Probably the same as
it should be.
Last year, right?
It should be. Yeah, we're kind of it's still being planned out a little bit. And then we need to get credentialed and everything, but we'll definitely be doing some sort of live stream during the draft. Like that will be happening. And yeah, that is pretty cool that I got the name right there. Happy. You guys should do tier lists. We also, what we need to start doing too? We need wow,
joint power rankings.
Yeah, we need to start doing the joint power rankings.
Like the blind ones.
Yeah, the ones that we do like for the random things we were saying.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Tier list for off-season streams. Yeah, we need to start.
It is off-season. Like nothing matters right now.
Yeah, I mean, we just brought a sword out on set. And
yeah.
I like that.
50 minutes
We've
on
got
Javon
a lot
Hargrave.
of votes for the Ziggy philosophy stream coming in. I might have to run one.
Boblin the Goblin said Shin Godzilla. I have to rewatch Shin Godzilla because I had a weird relationship with it. I watched it like a year after it came out. I don't know why, but I only saw the final. I can't
do Shin Godzilla.
I only saw the final.
The eyes.
I know. I saw the final 20 minutes for some reason, and I thought it was. I remember watching. I was lying in my bed. And I was like, "This is awesome," and I need to watch it. And like a few months later, I got a bunch of people together and put it on. I was like, this is awful. So I don't know.
I can't get Anno has this weird, like I've seen Evangelion. I like a lot of Anno's work. The googly eyes are outrageous.
Yeah, I didn't like the design. I thought -1 did a much better job. And that's what's bothered me about the legendary Godzilla. You can't turn Godzilla into like an athlete. I don't like the running and the jumping and the crawling all over the place. It's like, it's a buddy cop movie with King Kong. Like I've been very disappointed with how that has progressed to where we are now. But I'm shocked at how many Godzilla fans it seems we have in the comment section right now. I can't imagine we have like that many. Maybe we get Grossi on. I know he's a Godzilla fan too. You gotta start watching, Jack, for work.
Yeah, but this is like a foreign language to me.
Can you imagine a Paul Godzilla Ziggy philosophy stream?
That people would like it.
Maybe. I put out that poll. Right? Oh wait, what was your poll, Ziggy? The philosophy stream. Did people say yes?
Yeah, we got like 70%.
70% yes for Ziggy.
All right, on how many votes?
73.
Okay, I mean,
so what's that
we can moderate that. We put Jack. I think that's kind of interesting.
You guys don't moderate it. It's that's going to be a Ziggy solo show. I don't want to.
No. You're missing the point though. You want to have like the guys who what I'm going to say.
That's what the chat's for.
I would not be on that show.
No. I think you're more important than I am on that show.
No, I would not be.
100%, because you would. I think your reactions would be gold. Me and you would sit here and we'd be like, "What? I don't even know what he's saying." You have to have the normal person on that show who has no idea what Ziggy's talking about. If it's just Ziggy talking into it, I'm telling you, you guys got to trust my instincts on this one.
Yeah, we got polls on polls just coming out, huh?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Jack would need to be on that show. Did we have another? There was another super chat that came in, right?
It was from K-Sets again. Hargrave is going to be good on the Packers because next to Parsons, Lucas Van Nett, and Wyatt, a guy who had a 70 pass rush grade was good for 32 out of 134 defensive linemen last year, his third pass rusher on the team. But you have to keep in mind, right, the efficiency metrics and like the pass rush grade and the win rate don't consider the fact that the Vikings stopped playing him halfway through the season. We decided he wasn't worth playing on a team that needed interior defensive linemen.
I remember I was trying so hard to find it. There was a tweet that I sent to my dad and my brother like halfway through the year, maybe 2/3 of the way through the year. And it basically just said, the Vikings don't use Javon Hargrave anymore. And it was like, it was so disappointing. I'm telling you, if there was
he took
play,
less than half the snaps of Jonathan Allen last year, who was not good.
One man's trash, other man's treasure.
Yeah, that's it. When watching the Vikings last year and a play was made defensively, 75% of the time it was Jonathan Grenard. 25% of the time is Jalen Redmond. That was pretty much it. Other than that one Isaiah Rodgers game. But that was pretty much it. There were not... I know the defense... And Van Ginkel was hurt most of the year, right? He came back and played okay. But those two were the standouts. And Grenard didn't even... I mean, Grenard honestly was a little disappointing. He could not bring the QB down. He had to have set the record for most near sacks I've ever seen. I remember chasing Caleb Williams around. It was comical almost. Ugh. All right. Well, we could wrap it up here. Let's see. Should Jack be on the show? 63% yes. There you go.
They're wrong.
There you go. Well, you know what?
Well, I'm also liked. They also like me.
Yeah. We're forgetting that Jack is
They like
bald.
seeing my face.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
All right. We'll wrap it up there. Talia comes in. Hargrave signing. It's always stunning when you see a girl's name pop up in the comment section. It's like, what?
Let's not be weird, please.
Well, we can't assume it's a girl. Could be a boy.
Well, no.
Talia.
I mean, I think 95% of our audience is guys.
Talia could be a male.
Talia says Hargrave signing. I guess yeah, Talia could. Yeah,
Talia.
it definitely can. I mean, it can.
All right, this is insane.
Hargrave signing is is the desperate measure of a bad GM.
I'm not that harsh on it.
Talia. No, I'm not going to say it.
Thank you. All right,
All right,
Jack,
let's
wrap it
wrap
up.
this show, please.
Wrap it up.
Jack has said on the stream he's a great philosopher.
Paul, stop
I am
reading
not
random
bad.
comments and wrap the show.
All right, we'll wrap it up there.
Some of us have to wake up in the morning.
What time?
Some of us haven't eaten today either, big guy.
Why haven't you eaten today? Do you get lunch?
I'm leaving if this isn't wrapped up. in
Ziggy has
1
literally
minute.
said he's hungry and needs to eat. Jesus.
Okay,
watching the Italy game?
we'll wrap it up here. We'll probably have whenever Kyler goes to the Vikings, we'll hop on and we'll talk about what we all know.
We love you all in the chat. Make sure to like,
Or
comment,
when
and
Juwan Jennings
subscribe.
goes to the Packers.
You understand? You just yelled at me for continuing reading comments, and then the first thing you did was read a comment.
What do you mean read a comment?
All right. Oh wait. I did want to see
Oh my
Talia's
god.
response. Packers fans won't step up to the reality line. We have a bad GM who is driving the team into mediocrity. We don't have to have Talia on to start. We'll have the Packer hater, probably the biggest Packer hater.
Jay
send her
the
a
Rip
link.
88.
We'll
Paul,
send her a
I don't
link.
know why you're confused. The Vikings would sign a player that does not fit their scheme. It's part of the reason they don't have a GM right now. Goji Man 1649. Bye guys, enjoy your night.
We'll see you guys later.
Teddy
Thanks for
Serkey
tuning in.
928.